Hi everyone, welcome back to another exciting tutorial that's sure to amaze you. So we will continue from previous video. So you can follow the link at the corner to check it out. And before we start, remember to give that like button some love and subscribe to my channel, so you don't miss any of the great stuff that I have in store for you. So before we continue on our journey, let's head over to the MetaMask iOS SDK documentation to understand what we need to do next. All right, so last time that we got our chain ID and showed the wallet address on the screen. Now today, I think we can go ahead implement this method here to get account balance, and so that we can see how much Ethereum that we actually owns. So let's head back over to our Xcode and start to implement something. And also we're gonna copy some of that. Then we can start from there. All right, so let's head to the MetaMask repo, the view model. So here's where we left off last time. So let's add a few things, especially here. I want to add the balance so that we can actually show the balance when we retrieve the information. And then I think we probably should add something like get balance, a function, to actually maybe add another button on the screen so that we can actually get the balance. So let's call that. And we're gonna paste over the code that we copied over. So we're gonna make some modifications since we already have the published balance, so we don't need this state anymore. Remove the comment. We can basically remove that, move that up a little bit, then remove this comment. And it pretty much, it's just called Ethereum selected address. So I guess maybe we can use the address that we got it from previous call. So we can either directly grab from here, or we can just call our Ether address, because you have to connect to the wallet first, so that volume will definitely be there. And then we'll move, like, we can put that like that. Then next one, I think we can reorganize this one. Basically, is making creating a Ethereum request. And then we use the method that already populated for us, and we pass in along the parameters. So then next we can actually make the request. So let's see, when we make the request, if we failed, we probably want to add some more information to this so that we can easily see. So failed to get balance. And then we're going to print out the localized description. When we receiving the data, we're probably going to do something like dispatch queue async. And then we want to maybe do a Ethereum. Basically, this will actually returning a Ethereum in a hex value. Because when the Ethereum's value actually calculate or originally got from the blockchain, they're actually in like a format that's calculated by Way, which is like a kind of like a currency like conversion value sort of things. So they're not exactly in like normal a double or integers. So they're coming back as a string, but it's in a weird hex string. So you're gonna see this in a bit. I'm gonna run that for you guys. So basically it's ETH in hex form. So then we want to convert that result into a string. Otherwise give it an empty string. So let's do a print on this. Then since we have this function right here, of course, we want to add a UI for it so that we can actually see we can actually access that feature. So let's add something here. We're probably just gonna add another text field right below the account and add another button for it. Maybe I'm just gonna do right here like this. It's gonna say text. I'm gonna say balance. And then we're going to pass that value into it from the MetaMask repo. And it's going to be the balance that we just added. I think we're going to copy the same font. And then we're going to just copy the button right above and make some small adjustment to it. We're going to call this get account balance. I'm going to call the function get balance. Okay. So this time I'm going to run the app first, but I'm not going to have a screen recording right next to it. We're going to focus on the console, see what's the value we got back. Okay, so here that we started. So let's connect to the MetaMask. Okay, now we'll come back. Actually, we're connected. We got our address. You can see in the console right here. Connection result. That's my public wallet address. And then right after that, we're gonna click on the get account balance. And now you can see right here down below, that is the balance that come back from the wallet. So now what we're gonna do is we need to actually convert this because this currently is not readable. Nobody will understand what is the value, the true value of that. So let's add a conversion. Let's add a conversion function so that we can actually properly convert that into a number that's humanly readable. So in order to do that, let's head back to our repository. And let's terminate this first. So let's create another function. We're going to call it convert hex into decimal. We're going to pass the hex string into it and return a string value so we can actually print out. So in order to do that, we're going to use the Swift scanner. And we're going to pass the string into it. And then we're going to create a var that is called hexInt. So we're going to use unsigned integer 64. Then we're going to call scanner and scan hex in 64. For that, we're going to pass in the address of the reference for the hex in. And then we're going to be creating another var called ether decimal that equal to, we're going to use the decimal itself from the Swift. I'll convert directly the hex into it. And then we're going to do a calculation with the power of 10 and 18. So that is pretty much the Ethereum standard for the weight calculation. Then we're going to be doing a var and we're going to round that up as well. So rounded ether decimal equal to decimal, and then we're going to call ns decimal ether ns decimal rounded, I believe, yes. And then we want to pass the reference of the rounded ether decimal, so you can go in there to change the value, and then pass the reference of ether decimal itself. Scale gonna be 5, and then gonna be called up. Basically, the 5 means just a decimal after the five digits after a decimal point, and we're gonna round up. So then after that, we should be able to just return our rounded value. So then we can go back to this receive value here. Oh, we need to actually call description. So it's a textual description of the decimal. So that will actually return the string. Then come here, we can remove the print. And we can actually call self.balance equal to, we're going to just pass that string directly into it, but we're going to add a ETH, like a unit right behind it, so it makes more sense. So we're going to call convert. I'm going to call hex in ETH form. And after that, we're going to pass a ETH right here. So that should give us the proper balance for the Ethereum, how much Ethereum that we have on the inside the wallet. So I'm gonna have the screen recording stitched right here on the side. Then we can all see what's going on there. Okay, let's run. Here we go. This is already connected. So let's connect to the MetaMask first. Okay, then click connect. Now we got our address and a chain ID connected status. Now let's hit the get account balance. Now we received our 0.00372 Ethereum, so that's pretty much how much Ethereum currently inside the wallet. We can actually switch back to confirm that is true. And as you can see down there, right there, 0.007372 Ethereum. So that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much how you connect to the MetaMask wallet and receive Ethereum address and display the proper information. So that way you can actually creating a custom application to utilize the MetaMask wallet. And the similar feature pretty much apply to all other wallets as well. They all have their dedicated SDKs. So I hope you find all these tutorials both informative and exciting. And if you are ready to take your Ethereum app development to the next level, be sure to continue to check on the documentation. There, of course, have some more feature that you can utilize, but some of them might still be in experimental time. So you might need to wait for some of the company that continue to develop more of the code in order to have a more advanced feature in your applications. So as always, if you have any questions or thoughts, please drop them in the comment section below. And your feedback matters, and I'm here to help you on your app development journey. So thank you for joining, and until next time, happy coding.